And welcome everybody to another episode. Man, it's been a while, but a dope guest turned podcast mate is in the building, man. A king on his
They got to sneeze
a king on his campaign.
twice.
Look, you out there, look, in the elements.
Nigga. Been outside. I had to break character.
Yo, man, it is King Bogus the Monarche, and you are listening to your boy Jive English, and this is Queu'd Up, the interview sessions. Yo, man, this is where we have conversations, man. This is where we have the real ones. We're gonna start breaking, break character a little bit, like you said, man. We're gonna get into the real, man. We're gonna get into some really dope conversations. You happen to be one of those dope people who happens to be very aware of what's going on outside.
Hey, I appreciate you, man.
Man, you've been doing a lot, man.
Yeah. Hey, got to. And got to be aware out here, bro, because they trying to trick you.
They trying to trick you.
Well, for real.
So man, tell us what's been going on new with you, man. What's going on in the land of
Of course, some other people out there know we got a smoke shop out there in Bloomingdale.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Making it happen in a major way. Come out, show some support. We got everything in there: papers, blunts, pre-rolls, vapes, everything, bongs, trays, grinders.
So what's going on with the different types of your different types of THCs, A's,
Okay.
B's, C's,
So-
P's? Like what's up with all this switching?
This is all happening because it's just not legalized out here. If it was legalized, you wouldn't have all this Delta 8, Delta 9. Well, you probably still would, because people would want a less potent version of weed. So that's what that is. So let's just talk like THCA. And the reason that one got banned is because THCA, the only thing that doesn't make it THC regular, like, the shit you get out of weed, is fire. It's heat. As soon as you put fire on it, it turns into that. It's activated.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they did away with it, because you leave it sitting in the sun, it turns into regular weed. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, if you smoking it, it's going to turn you up. So they went ahead and did away with that. Now they got THCP, which is just a lesser potent version of A, but it's still pretty strong. But that's like the highest version that's legal now. Then of course you got your Delta 9, Delta 8, CBDs, all that stuff, and that's just like, it's like healthcare stuff. It's like
Help you
muscle
with your
aches.
joints.
Yeah, shit like that. But yeah, I mean, all these different variants and everything is really just because it's not legal.
So they're trying to find the one that skirts the law, like
They're trying to find
for the
it.
moment.
Because, you look at all these other states, bro, and they're pulling down tax revenue. There's money to be made. There's
Why do you think we not in that?
people. I feel like, I'm going to just say Brian Kemp, for an example. I feel like he doesn't have enough special interest in it to where he can benefit from it. And that's just all, like, I'll say this, bro. Every former slave state, every one of them, none of them's ever had a black governor. Most of them are predominantly populated by black people. No black governor, never had one. I'll wait. Somebody can prove me wrong. I'd rather somebody prove me wrong, but shit. Texas, fucking Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, none of them have had black governors. So it's like, you've got all these white governors out here who are just stuck in these ways. They're able to make money off of incarcerated black males who are stuck in the system because of weed. It's a way for them to make money off them. But you look at like the West Coast, you look at all the West Coast, up north even, damn near all the northern states is legalized.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as it amazed me, my home state, Ohio, did it.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I should have
If
thought
you didn't have slaves, it's legal. That's how I feel about
I'm
it.
afraid
Because
find
that's
out
what
that's true.
incarceration is. Incarceration is
It's
just
slavery.
It's legalized slavery.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the only reason it's even like that, bro.
So how do you get into, this new venture?
Yeah, it's I just had experience, man. I was able to get it with some good people, and I knew what I was talking about.
Okay.
There's I've done a lot, so I've tried not to leave any stone unturned. Like, you never know what something could turn into. So to me, like, a smoke shop is really just retail. It's not.
Yeah, it's nothing special.
No, it's just retail, bro. I'm just selling something to a certain consumer and community. That's it.
But I think that's the posture. I mean, you definitely have a cavalier sort of posture about a lot of things.
Yeah, I definitely do. I will say that. And I mean, I don't even know if it's I hate to even say cavalier. It's just learned. Like, the more you've experienced, the more you've experienced, the more that you'll be open to, And I think I've experienced a lot. I feel like a lot of people.
You don't feel like it's jaded at any point?
I definitely get jaded. You talking about me or other people?
No, you. Yeah, you.
No, I definitely get jaded because it sucks knowing this much. Like, let me be very clear. I'm not always right by any means. Okay, but I am very educated. So, like, there's certain things people can't debate me on because it's settled. Like, there's
settled math.
Yeah, there's certain things. It's just is what it is, bro. And you gonna find out later, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. So there's I don't know. It's a lot of stuff that's just like,
it's hard to be king.
Yeah, I mean, it is, bro. Like for instance, bro, with the presidency, like,
man, let's talk about it.
I knew Kamala wasn't gonna win.
I mean, I think we all did.
No. There were so many people that was like, there's no way he can get a second term. I was like, y'all are underestimating white power.
White power.
White power. And I was like, she got Meg and Glorilla twerking. I was like, man, I get what we're doing here.
That was a bad
But this
look.
is not the right move. And I mean, we done, Democrats, I hate to say we, because I'm not a Democrat, but Democrats done let 2 primaries go by, no primaries. It's just like Joe Biden sticking in the race. I was like, y'all handing it to this nigga at this point, bro. Like, y'all underestimating white power.
So and now you're seeing the dynamic duo.
But I saw this, like, bruh, I could probably pull up tweets and be like, these niggas about to. I mean, the face-eating leopard party is the face-eating leopard party for a reason. They're all leopards and they eat faces. You just think they're not going to eat yours until they knock on your door and eat your face. And that's where we're at. These niggas turned on each other. So I'm like, it sucks. I got to sit here and watch it play out because no one will believe me. I knew this nigga wasn't shit from the jump. We had a nigga in here that was caping for him. And I was like, okay.
Oh, yeah. We had that big discussion.
Like, all right, well. Everybody's talking about integrity and all this shit. And it's like, bro, no such thing.
It's hard to hear people that just talking points.
I mean, bro.
It's really difficult. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's why we at where we at now, man. He done gave this nigga all the government secrets, and now they beefing. And he's not an American citizen.
Is he an American citizen? I don't think I've ever stopped to ask that question.
He was at least an illegal immigrant for a while because his visa expired.
And he was just here.
He had money. You don't hear about millionaires and billionaires getting deported. It's only poor people. Can't spell deported without poor.
Sheesh. Goodness gracious.
Otherwise, they call it enrichment. Nah, man, it's just crazy, bro. It's so much stuff. I mean, even, with the plight of black women nowadays, it's hard to even talk on that being a black man because it's ignorant niggas out here that's, oh, you simping and you caping. It's like, no, nigga, like, you're just dumb. That's it. Like, it be the same niggas that I know was falling asleep in class that now got all the answers. Man, this shit ain't real, bro. Now you trying to give me a history lesson. You don't know.
So I mean, because we've definitely had these conversations in this space. Hearing what men say about women, what women say about men, what are you taking from all of that?
Everyone is taking the loud voices and applying them for everyone. And it's just not the case. You can't sit and watch Baddies East and say, this is the representation for all black women. This is what all black women are on. That's Baddies East. Those same niggas be mad whenever a woman looks at a rapper on TV and it's like, this is what all you niggas is on anyway. This is what you want. You want all the BBL baddies and blah, 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 blah. It's the same shit. And I'm watching both sides in real time arguing talking points of other people. And then when you ask them, well, do you feel this way? Nah, this ain't me. But like, why are you speaking for somebody else? Because now you're applying your morality, your values to somebody who does not have any of those. They don't even know, they're not even on the same platform you're on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh, what's the Diddy and Cassie thing? You know what I'm saying? There's niggas out here that, you know, they're like, oh, well, I don't know why Diddy's in a RICO case. He just freaky. Why is he in a RICO case by himself? Because he was a kingpin. Why are we acting like this nigga wasn't going around saying he was king of New York? Every rapper that he's dealt with has either gone to jail for like 10, 15, 20 years, then turned Muslim, or they died. They've only had one album. The only rapper who has successfully released more than one album after dealing with Diddy is Machine Gun Kelly. And he not even rapping no more. Mace, Loon, G-Dep, Craig Mack, Biggie, fucking Lil' Kim. Nah, she wasn't under Bad Boy, I don't think. I think that was Biggie's project. But I mean, shit, French Montana. Like, there's so much sketchy shit that happened around this thing, and now motherfuckers acting like, oh, well, they're trying to keep a black man down. It's like, why are you caping for this nigga, bro? Like, we were just talking about how he's responsible for Biggie's murder. That's like settled law in the black community. That's something we all were like, yeah, he did it. Yeah, he got connections. Okay. That's why he's in a RICO. Do you niggas not understand every time he went to a hotel, he intimidated the staff to get the security tapes? He didn't just go down there with a bag of money and give him the tapes like, hey, give him the money and like, hey, give me the... No. He had his bodyguard show up with weapons and he took the tapes. And then he probably left some hush money. Sometimes. Like this, he's a crazy nigga, bro. Like he was blowing niggas' cars up. That was settled law before this case came up. So I'm just like, why are we acting, you know what I'm saying? Why are we acting brand new? Because a black woman's involved? That's the only thing. Like, bruh, even the Halle Bailey and DDG shit, I am watching niggas in real time in the year of our Lord, 2025, believe screenshots off the cuff. Just, he posted screenshots, it must be real. DDG presents new evidence. He just posted it online.
But, okay, so do we have that same level of scrutiny when women post things about women?
Yes, when it's a screenshot, yeah.
I don't think we do that.
Bro.
I don't think when
until
women say...
Halle Bailey started posting him in the crib, I was like, okay, this is weird. Now you've crossed the line. now it's weird, bruh. And him just being like, yeah, that happened. Okay, well, it's settled law. With, who was it posted screenshots? Not Iggy, Azalea Banks.
Mm-hmm.
With the whole Russell Crowe and
Mm-hmm.
RZA situation.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas was like, I was like, okay, Azalea.
Yeah, that is
sure.
True. Yeah, that is true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like,
do
there's
remember that.
plenty of times, but that's the thing. Women don't post screenshots because it's like, it's settled law. Nobody gonna believe this shit. But when a nigga does it, it's like, oh, that's it. I'm sorry, bruh. These streaming niggas is weird.
I mean, there's a lot of things that people do for celebrity.
Every one of these streaming niggas has been exposed for hiding something. Duke Dennis got 5 fucking families out here now. Sketch was a gay porn actor. Like, there's loads of pedophiles and fucking Nazi apologists, and you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the community motherfuckers are defending. Like DDG is just infallible. Like, I couldn't imagine him doing this. Like, bruh, it's the same nigga that just had a fight at DreamCon. And that's supposed to be like a super peaceful event. Like, the shit tracks. Like, there's not and I'm not saying that Halle Bailey has just been an angel in the relationship. I'm not saying that at all. But when someone says they're being abused and they provide valid receipts that are accepted in the court of law, then we need to have a conversation. Okay? There's something infallible about what they provided because they have all the technology in the justice system, whether niggas want to believe it or not. All right? That's why so many niggas get locked up for doing dumb shit, because they recorded. And they didn't know. It's like, yeah, we got you right here, champ. This you right here with the blue shirt? Like, we see you first 48. So then it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching all these people. And then, like, at the end of the day, none of this shit even matters. Like, there's real shit going on. So that's what really frustrates me. So, like, the Diddy Cassie thing, the Halle Bailey, the Halle Bailey DDG, the fucking Cardi B, Offset, and Stephon Diggs, like, all that shit, it's like, there's real shit going on to black people, like, going on with black people right now that we are clearly being distracted from. Like, there's a woman in Georgia, which I've been yelling from everywhere. There's a woman in Georgia right now whose body is being used as an incubator.
I did see that. The lady, like, she's brain dead.
She's dead. Like, she's gone, bro. There is no chance for recovery.
And they're actually using her body to argue, should we be able to do this to other people going forward?
Exactly.
Because we're wasting a resource.
Yep.
That's what they said.
That's it.
Yeah.
But niggas is like, well, Cardi B is immoral. And well, Halle Bailey did. Well, they should. It's like, bruh, let these rich niggas worry about rich nigga shit. Okay? No matter what happens in their life, it is not going to directly affect you. But that shit, shorty in the hospital right now, that is directly correlated to you. You want to have a kid, you get somebody pregnant, that's the issue you're dealing with. So that's the shit that be getting me frustrated, bro. That's why I be getting, that's the jaded part. Because it's like, none of this matters. It doesn't. It's all bread and circus. Like, what are we doing here? We're the only country that don't have free healthcare, free education.
Right.
I mean,
so here's my question.
And then they're taking more shit, and motherfuckers are still just talking about.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you can find an other to take from, they'll take from you while, yeah, at the same time. How does somebody like you, like, and I'm a fan for real. Like, I like your music, I like your persona, your personality. I follow you on your TikTok journey, they call it.
Yeah.
I see your stuff, man. You're funny.
Yep.
I mean, so you're personable. How does somebody like you, with all those things swirling around in your head, this is gonna hit you over the head? How does somebody like you date?
Man, I really don't, man. I don't know. It's something I just kind of kept away from because I'm too considerate. I don't want to have somebody sacrificing their time and energy just to like please me. And I'm not able to even reciprocate something because I'm too focused on all this other stuff. It just seems selfish to me. But
Do you think it's okay? And I get the being very thoughtful and all that, but at some point, we're all adults and we all got something going on. Do you think it's unrealistic to expect somebody just to have this loads of unspoken for time to pour into you with the level of consistency that this economy just doesn't make time for, or just being a dreamer like you are?
Yeah, well, a lot of people that you'll run into in life aren't considerate, no matter how much they want to say they are. Everyone's got this preconceived notion that they're the most understanding and they've done the work and all this shit, and they really haven't. So it just gets to a point where it just be tiring trying to look for somebody while also trying to build something. And it's not to say that I've just been alone.
Have you ever had anybody that felt like it was close?
Oh no, 100%. Yeah. And that's the beauty of it. There's someone out there. It's not a foregone conclusion for me. It's not I'm gonna be alone for the rest of my life thing. That's the hopeless romantic in me. I'm still pursuing, but not like actively too much, because there's certain things I know that are demanding, that it's gonna be demanding of me, and it's reasonable to ask those things. But it's
because think about like the times and before, like in the industrial age when all this stuff, or even in the agricultural era, working 13, 14, 15, 12, 12, 8, that type of work always existed, right? And people were still able to build families, create communities, create. What makes these times different?
Well, I do want to say this. Historically, even when, I'll just say it as time went on, so even like pre-colonial times, right? There's accounts of natives in whatever area you're in. They're all saying like their favorite thing to do was nothing.
Right.
They were fine not paying bills, no jobs, no none of that shit, right? Colonialism happened, and you start seeing the birth of the work week and all this shit like you're saying, but it's like these people weren't open to as much as we are today.
Explain.
There wasn't a whole lot of entrepreneurship back in the day. There wasn't. It was graduate school, learn a trade, get a 9-to-5, or learn a trade or get a 9-to-5. Stay loyal to that company. Retire. That's it. Like, you have a whole family, but it was set in stone. You'd have one job. You know what I'm saying? You worked all through high school, and if you were super smart, you could go to college and get in a good field, be a doctor or some shit. But like, it's a one job thing for a long time. Then you see maybe like the 70s or 80s, there's all these different spin-offs of what a job could be. That's where like entrepreneurship starts popping up. Like, not to say there weren't businesses formed in like the 1800s, 1900s, anything like that. There's entrepreneurs, but it's not pushed as much. There's not the
populace wasn't participating.
Yeah, what's the name for it? They always say there's not the self-starting mindset. So like 70s, 80s and shit, you start hearing like the call centers and the motherfuckers starting to get starting to be like contractors almost to these businesses, like all the way from like Mary Kay to fucking phone book salesman,
Avon, stuff like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're doing their own thing. Now, you know, that keeps going all the way through like 80s, 90s to where we are now, like, you know, 40, 50 years now. And there's there's gig economies now. There's a whole gig economy where you can just be your own boss, do your own thing, full contractor. Whether you're fucking doing odd jobs, groceries, delivering food, fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's all kinds of shit now.
They got this thing now they call it's like an app where you can just pick up shifts at places. Like you could just
crazy.
Hey,
That's
crazy. You know, Lowe's needs somebody to cover a shift. And you could just it's real, bro.
And see, and this is what frustrates me. This is the jaded part right here, bro. Do you understand that's happening because billionaires have no regulations now?
Oh, yes.
So
yes.
as opposed to that CEO or whatever hiring enough people so that shifts can be covered or the store can be covered even if they're short-staffed, they found a way to cost cut from self-checkout all the way to this now, where there's a third-party app where you can pick up a shift like fucking DoorDash.
It's basically like that, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, man.
I hope I never see it.
Your phone heard you hear it.
It's over now. I'm about to get all the ads for it. But yeah, it's just,
because I'll tell you how I stumbled onto it, and then we could talk about, you know, how that works. But I briefly thought, you know what, I think I might want to, you know, Uber Eats and, you know, pick up a couple shifts, you know, so to speak. And, you know, maybe just pick up a couple dollars in between paydays, you know, get some things, you know, whatever. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I quickly kind of like recanted, you know, I floated, you know, to, you know, get what I needed and everything and stuff like that happened. And then I started getting all these.
Yep.
I started getting all these, you know.
I heard you were interested in.
And, you know, picking up a little shift or two. Well, there's an app called Shift or Two. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just, and I looked and I'm like, now, build on that. If you've ever, like, driven by, like, and paid attention, my liege.
But, like, this,
no, wait. Let me, they actually have, you could work at, like, McDonald's, Wendy's, these places, and you can get paid per day. By the end of the shift, you can pick up your money and go.
Niggas asked for a $15 minimum wage.
And this is what we got.
They said no so hard. You know what I'm saying? These niggas said no so hard that they fucked themselves. There is no way. Because I remember when Wendy's and McDonald's and all that shit was like, you can get paid same day. Come through.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
After the first 30 days, there's a $1,000 bonus. And it's like, nigga, it's not enough. It's not enough. Even the motherfuckers looking at that shit for the day, they're going to be like, they're going to do that shit for like a few months. And then the app's going to go down the toilet because it's not going to be enough. You got to pay people. That's it. There doesn't need to be billionaires.
At all.
Like, there's no reason for you to need $1 billion. There's no bill that's $900 million. There's no life-saving measure that's $900 million. There's nothing. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be rewarded for your hard work. Yeah. If you want to be rich, fine. But at a certain point, you won. You're done. Okay? You're so rich, you can make all this money. Just keep making good business decisions. We're going to take this off and redistribute it into the economy. It's not something the government needs to keep hold of or any of that shit. It's something that needs to be redistributed so it can circle through the economy like it's supposed to. And I'm just like, bro, like, it's simple math.
Yeah.
These niggas lost their mind when people said they need to start paying their fair share. If you've got $1 billion, $1 million is nothing.
Yeah.
That's a 20. That's a $20 bill to me. For you, that's a 20. Like,
yeah.
But they influenced the whole election. And here we are. Niggas picking up shifts on the app. Because they don't have no one to work their stores. Because they not paying enough. That's why all the drive-thru lines are backed up. That's why it's not fast food no more, is it?
No, absolutely not.
Shit ain't quality.
Nah.
They've been cutting costs and getting richer.
And the crazy thing is you're starting to see the working class, the poor, are starting to be like, I'd rather do nothing than do this.
Yeah.
I'd rather do my gig, or I'd rather
go be an entrepreneur
my way through.
Because y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all about to take this money, or I'm going to get sick, and you're going to fire me.
The greed is creating a sub-economy.
Yep.
That does not depend on the overlaying economy at all.
Exactly.
But I've seen people create their own Uber-style app.
Exactly.
Like, yo, look, I can do this.
Exactly.
And I can keep my money. So it's really, people say eat the rich, but the rich are starting to eat themselves.
No, that's the problem. Like, when you have uber rich people, it's because there's an ill in the system. Mm-hmm. Something is going wrong. There's nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong being rewarded for your hard work. If you work hard, you built something, you should be well off. You shouldn't have any wants. I feel it. But like, there gets to a point where now your well off is affecting people. Mm-hmm. You're only well off now because you are putting other people down now. And it's offsetting the economy because these people can't put money back in. And if this keeps happening, your cash flow is going to cripple up. Mm-hmm. Unless you start doing some underhanded shit like, I don't know, payday loans, or creating new apps out there that'll loan people money before their next check comes, mm-hmm. which is another payday loan. Mm-hmm. But overdraft fees, like all this shit. Because even the banks are owned by rich people. Banks are publicly traded and shit. Like, mm-hmm. credit unions are owned by the people who actually bank at that location, mm-hmm. or at that branch or whatever. Not branch, but brand. Like, if you bank at Navy Federal, you have stake in Navy Federal. Mm-hmm. But if you bank at Bank of America, they're just taking your money. There's a whole group of niggas that actually own your shit. Mm-hmm. And they can do what they like with it. That's why you start seeing them get overdraft lawsuits. And mm-hmm. Navy Fed got an overdraft lawsuit. So it's, you know what I'm saying? It's just, motherfuckers is just preying on people. That's why we're at where we're at now. All these other countries got 3-day, 4-day work weeks, bruh.
Yeah, I seen it.
They're trying to get us to 7. Like,
oh yeah,
pick up some extra shifts.
They're trying to get you.
Pull yourself up by your bootstrap.
I don't see why a 14-year-old can't pick up a shift. Like, it's starting to get like that.
Yep, and that's.
Can it be that capitalism is very un-American?
No, it's not that. Capitalism is wonderful. Every system is perfect until humans come into play. Communism's perfect. Socialism, perfect. These are all great ideas on the paper. But as soon as niggas get involved, as soon as people get involved, it's over with. Like, bruh, communism is like everyone puts in, everyone receives. You know what I'm saying?
Essentially.
But what happens is somebody starts getting in control of the resources, mm-hmm. and then they're just in control of it. They start skimming off the top, or they just start holding on to shit. What are you going to do about it? I'm in power. You got to go through these channels to even get me up out of here now. Socialism. Same thing. This motherfuckers that's in power that are in control of the channels that fuck it up. But there are certain things that these people do to get in power that motherfuckers forget, like just glance over. Like, bro, if we had Bernie Sanders for 8 years, we had Al Gore for 8 years. That's 2 stolen elections.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That's just where we're at now.
I want to change speeds up a little bit. I only got you for a couple more minutes, man. My man, look, it's really dope because you're a really thoughtful person outside of.
Yeah, I mean.
But now how does this stuff inform your music and your passion?
I read a lot, okay? Because if I don't read, I'm not able to pull words up out of nowhere that'll rhyme or concepts that'll make sense to me. Like,
so when you're writing your music, who are you writing for? Are you writing for the audience? Are you writing for the, what are you writing for? Are you writing for you? Or are you
both. I'm writing for me and the audience. Like,
okay.
There's like when I was in college, I'll say this. When I was writing growing up, like middle school, high school, I was very to myself. And I let a few people read my stuff, but they was like, this ain't it, bro. This too out there, blah, blah, blah. This don't make sense. I don't even get this. And it's like, okay, whatever. Kept going. I took those same bars up to Atlanta at Morehouse College, and niggas was crying in the crowd because they was like, that shit is amazing, bro. It's beautiful. I've never heard that before. Then I came back and did some of those same songs, and niggas was crying, So it's something I've always prided myself in, and reading and gaining knowledge and understanding things, because if you can understand something, you can help somebody else understand. And then you can relate to them on that level. Like, I've been everywhere from Ivy League to the trap house. I was in the trap whenever I was going to school. You know what I'm saying?
So you you have a lot. I mean, you come from a military family background.
Facts.
Come here, become a staple of Savannah. Like you know what I mean? It's really dope to see how you know what I'm saying, you've created a self that is native to this place.
And my bad, I just got to say this
Go
real
ahead,
quick.
go ahead,
This
go
is my cockiness coming out, but also like, so you just got to take what you know to be true sometimes, I took this year, I had a lot going on this year, but I was going to drop every month. But then a whole bunch of stuff started coming up, whatever. I'm starting to see that a lot of people is like, man, Savannah artists don't have no motion now. What's going on? I haven't seen anybody drop nothing from Savannah. And I was like, oh, okay. So y'all miss me now? So now, I got a lot of stuff I'm about to start releasing and dropping, and I'm really looking forward to that too. But that's about to be, I'm really about to turn up the heat on people, so. But I had to say that after you said that, and I do appreciate what you said, bro.
No, man. I mean, it's the point I'm trying to make is that you're very thoughtful. You're very compelling as a person and as an artist. This work has gotten you into some really dope spaces.
Yeah.
And you've been able to have conversations with some amazing people, apparently.
Yeah.
Like who have you been able to like rub shoulders with and trade, intellect with? Who have you been able to talk to?
One person I gotta say in particular, rest in peace, is my homie Big Phrase. Phrase taught me everything about songwriting, recording myself, all kind of stuff, bro. And he's kind of the catalyst that helped me get into these rooms. So rest in peace to him, first and foremost. But I mean, I've talked to everyone from like Bangladesh, Missy Elliott, fucking Beyonce.
Beyonce, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Slow up, bro. You've conversed with the queen.
Yeah. And bro, I've talked to Corrupt and Daz. Well, Corrupt, I didn't see Daz. Funny enough, Daz used to like kick it with my family whenever they was living in Texas. It was before I was born.
Okay.
Like my brother knew him. I used to go to the studio.
Okay.
All that shit. But I kicked it with Corrupt. I'm trying to remember everybody that came through. It was always somebody coming through, bro. Fucking Gucci, Miss Deb, Waka,
What is it like to talk to these people?
They're regular people, bro. I mean, and like when I say I talked to like Beyonce, it wasn't like we was talking about the last episode of Family Guy or some shit. It was like we knew each other forever. No, like I've been in the room. There was conversations had. I interjected. We had convo. You know what I'm saying? I made her laugh. Like there's, I'm a funny dude, but I wasn't in there giving a stand-up routine or no shit. I wasn't in there. You know what I'm saying? She don't have my number. She don't have my IG. She don't follow me. None of that shit. But there's certain people that if I run into, it would be crazy for people to be like, you know them? Like, yeah. But that's as far as it goes. It's not like I know the kids or I'm on a first name basis. You know what I'm saying? Like all this other shit. It's just I was working. I met these people because I was working hard. I've got verses from, and this shit I'm going to be dropping this year. I got verses from Kendrick. I got verses from Kehlani.
Crazy.
I got verses from I think of the ones that's not out yet. There's some other ones out there, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like
how is it being that kind of artist in this very small market for artists to be able to, like, you just dropped some bombs right now.
Yeah.
And you dropped them very casually. It's very Al-Qaeda-y.
It's because it don't matter. Like, I could say all this, I could drop it all, but niggas will still hate. Niggas will be like, oh, it's AI. Niggas will be like, oh, this is, and I could give a fuck, cause I know. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like nothing to me, because, and that's why I'm king, truly, because anybody else would be too excited, wouldn't keep their posture or their composure, and would just fucking fumble. There's still stuff that I'm doing right now that I'm not talking about. We wouldn't be able to have a conversation about, because I got to be smart enough to not blab. You know what I'm saying? But it's niggas that can't handle that shit, bro. That's what it means when it says heavy is the head that wears a crown. Because there's so much shit that I've got to juggle right now that I can't even ask for help with, because people don't have the security clearance for. Like, so, it's just it gets to a point where it's like, well, I've got this for a reason. I'm the only one who can deal with it. So,
the king, since the last time we've talked, has become a full-time single father on top of that.
Dang, that was since the last time we talked. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm him. While doing all this shit, bro. So
I mean, welcome to the club,
right? and motherfuckers still be demanding of me. They'll be like, bro, I sent you this. And it's like, bro, I get it, but I'm dad right now. I'm father. Okay.
Yeah, when I leave here, I got to go pick up snacks and do all kind of.
That's why I got to get back soon. I got responsibilities, nigga.
Yeah, you would all be on an errand.
Bruh. So I feel it, man. It's
responsibilities is real.
And a lot of niggas don't understand. Like, it's it would be easy to not take care of my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
In an economy, in a society that allows us to walk away. Let's just be honest.
It'd be easy.
It'd be easy to walk away, blame the mom, and then just live your life the way you wanted to anyway.
Carefree. But I'm not that type of nigga. And shame on you if you are. But, you know what I'm saying? There's certain things I'm doing now that, I'm hoping that'll, start paying off here, because I'm about to, like, low-key stop fucking with Spotify. I mean, I'm still be dropping.
We talked about that earlier, yo.
Yeah.
This is what I want to spend the last 15. We got 15. Let's talk about that. Go ahead. Just go in. Do what you're going to do.
So, one of the main reasons I stopped dropping is because the industry is fucked up. There's major artists right now who's like, damn, bro, I don't even want to make music no more. There's no point. I can't make nothing off it. We gotta stop fucking with these streaming sites, bro. There's no point.
They are robbing y'all blind.
Like, .00165. Okay, so a fraction of a penny is one stream. That's how much you get for one stream. Then they said they're not paying you until you get $1,000. They're not even cutting the checks no more. We got to get back to selling to the consumer, whether it be like super tangibles, like t-shirt with a CD or some shit. We got to get back to that, bro. And that's what I'm about to get into. Like, I'm going to be selling direct to consumer. I'm still going to be putting stuff on Spotify and everything because there's some people I can't reach. You know, I still want them to get in touch with the music, then follow the music to somewhere else because...
So there has to be a plan.
Yeah.
To get them off of that. That has to be like...
These places...
If there's going to be breadcrumbs, then you got to let the breadcrumbs lead to something.
Exactly. Because there's these places like on Instagram, for instance, and this is going to be free game, okay? Whatever you do on Instagram, make sure it's something that will keep the people on the site. That's what they reward. That's why if something's entertaining, informational, whatever, it'll prompt somebody to scroll up beside and not go, wait, what is he talking about? Then Google it. That's the type of shit they'll be like, nah, you're giving too much sauce. Now they have to go somewhere else to get other information. Give me a quick thing here so they can scroll. That's what IG wants. Whether it's entertainment, whether it's, like I said, informational, any of that shit. So that's how all the websites operate. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that shit. That's why when you post a link to anywhere else, your shit don't go nowhere. Nobody sees it. You got to breadcrumb them in a very creative way. You've got to build your presence up to where people are like, who is this guy? But even then, like, you look at the big IG accounts who got like 78 million followers and stuff. They only getting 35,000 likes, you know, or 100,000 likes. They're not seeing, everyone on their feed isn't seeing this shit because they don't want people to pull off of those websites. They don't want people to leave Instagram and go follow this person and find out what they're doing everywhere else. They want them to stay there. And that's what's cheapened the music. The music used to be, you'd go to the store, you'd buy the CD, and that was your introduction to that experience. That was a separate thing altogether. Now it's in your phone and you're going to an app and they've put the whole experience behind a $19.99 a month paywall for everybody. And nobody's able to recreate dope shit because dope shit costs money. So you can't keep recreating dope shit for a fraction of a penny. And the only platform they give you is these streaming sites. So, you know, the game's just been messed up, bro. And it felt like, I know him had said this shit. It feels like you're the only kid that knows Santa isn't real. Because everyone thinks, I'm going to post on IG. People going to fuck with me. The label's going to find me. I'm going to get signed. I'm going to be rich. I made it. No. No such luck. And if anybody does do that, they here today, gone tomorrow. Y'all heard anything from Steve Lacy? I mean, look at Ice Spice up and down now. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these social media sensations, here today, gone tomorrow. So there's a way to go about it. Nothing's really changed, man. You still direct to consumer. You still got to print CDs or have thumb drives or something. You just got to keep going with the times. You can't be subjugated by billionaires, which is what's happening
right
with Spotify and shit, bro. Because the labels is eating. The labels got niggas in 360 deals and throwing their shit on streaming. Oh, you didn't make enough to get your rights, so we're gonna license it out for a few commercials, and all of this is ours. So it's crazy out here, bro.
So you're a signed artist, however.
Yeah.
So how are you navigating this?
I didn't go for the 360 route. I could have did that, been on, and then been miserable. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of travel. It's a whole lot. And it's like, niggas think that's what they want, but it's not what you want. Because you're not getting paid for all this shit. You still got to come out of pocket in one way or another. Whether you paying off this loan that they give you or you paying for it yourself through your LLC or your business or some shit. So I got a distribution deal. So I've got my own portal to release music for free from, but it's under the imprint. That being said, when something pops, like if I start dropping how I'm planning to, because the first single I dropped like Came With Us and Hammurabi Freestyle, Lyrical Lemonade, articles written, all kind of shit. But, you know, I start dropping more, they're going to be like, hey, here's a budget. Hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do that. And it's like, okay, we can work something out. But you got to get your leverage first. So me as a signed artist, like I'm a signed artist, but I'm not like
you still got leeway.
Yeah, I'm not a flagship by any means. You know, I'm not a major artist. You know, when you hear, you still kind of indie. You just, because I don't have label support in the sense of like budgeting or resources to like producers or videographers. They just like what I do and they want to see what happens when they attach onto it. That's it. If you're popping legitimately, they're going to come find you. They're not going to really like lay a bag on you unless you're making a lot of fucking money. But if they see you're popping, like I had millions of views on IG. I had millions of streams. I had all this shit, but I was an indie artist. It wasn't, and it was real. It wasn't, you know, I didn't have a million streams on Spotify. I had a collective, you know what I'm saying? All of these projects I dropped, like, okay, there's people checking for him. Oh, he's got all this engagement and, you know, nothing's dead over there. Like there's stuff going on. Let's see what happens. That's where I'm at. And that's where you'll be, you know, until you get a big budget behind you or do something where you've proven yourself to them. So even with all the shit I've done, I haven't proven like, I always tell people nobody knows me. I'm a nobody. And if I'm saying that, then if you feel like you got to catch up to me, you're a nobody. And that's how you got to move. You got to become a somebody. A lot of motherfuckers think like, oh, I am someone, so you should do this for me just because I got the plan, I got the idea, it's going to work this way. You got to prove yourself, bro. And there's no shortcuts. All of this shit is a business. There's motherfuckers with money and skin in the game, and they don't give a fuck about your dreams. It just is what it is.
That's tough. Sheesh.
That's facts.
So, this jaded, learned, scribe, elder, statesman,
right.
king, how do you talk to your daughter? What do you tell her about the future? What do you tell her about possibility?
Youth is wasted on the young. I can tell her everything under the sun, boy, but she don't listen. It's cooked. But she's a great kid. She does a lot of listening. She does, and she shows me a lot. She's she's just a great kid, man. I'm very proud to be her father. 100%.
I mean, so like, what do you think is going to be your legacy to teach her? Not necessarily legacy in the, you know, financial realm, but
yeah. I'm not 100% sure, man. I just hope it's something that inspires her truly, because it's not that I haven't sacrificed her for the dream, and I refuse to do that. So I want her to see that it's possible to do something you like while also taking care of business. And I think that's the legacy I want to leave for her, is just like, it's, you know, it's Black excellence at the end of the day. Like I just want to achieve greatness, you know? And for all the people that say I already been there, or, you know, you are greatness, all this stuff, I'm not there yet. And
to your standard.
Yeah. So I appreciate it. I really do. But there's still boxes I got to check. And there's still things that she needs to see to understand, like, nah, this can be realized. Because you know, even when she was like 4 or 5 and I wasn't there, you know, so I had to come back up here to Savannah, and I moved back to Atlanta and came back like yo whatever. But first time I left, she wrote this she drew this picture, and it says, "No matter where you are, I'll be." And it's a picture of her hanging onto the bumper of a car, and I'm driving the car, and it's like a 4-year-old, 5-year-old drawing. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like this is amazing. You know? Like she sees, you know.
Yeah, man.
And you know, she's seen me at shows where I've performed for the city of Savannah, you know, and motherfuckers just cheering when they hear my name. Like she knows, like there's kids at her school who know me, you know. My nieces will be like, yeah, Uncle Nick, somebody, you know, said, you know, oh, your last name's Bogus, you know, King Bogus, blah, blah, blah. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, I gotta tell you one thing, and we're about to get out of here.
Yeah.
Let me just be 100%, and I think I might be able to be the first person to say this shit, and maybe I'm not, but it feels like I am, and I'm gonna own this moment. You gotta be a dope motherfucker to turn the name Bogus into something motherfucking positive, bro. Into something that people hear and don't hear what we've been taught it means.
Exactly.
To be that dope to make it mean something else, boy. Yo, those are flowers, bro. Those are motherfucking flowers, bro. But you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Come on, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you. No, for real.
They can't hear it, but there's the applause. There's the applause.
No, I appreciate that, man. It's been a journey for sure, bro. But I definitely, you know, I learned a lot of that from my father, bro. He's even that whole side of the family. They're real upstanding people, you know.
And praise your mama for meeting a nigga with the last name Bogus and going, I'm gonna give you a shot.
Yep. That's exactly what she said. She said, I gave him a chance. Which is crazy. They fucking been married, what, 46 years?
You know what? Let's see.
Yeah, right. Let's roll the dice. Here I am in all my greatness and splendor.
Yo, man, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good, bro. I'm looking forward for what comes next. And I got a lot of work to do. I'm looking forward to seeing how people receive it, for real, for real.
Yo, man, thank you for sitting down and having a conversation with us, though.
Hell yeah, anytime.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, one more thing.
Go ahead.
Niner! Yeah, got your ad, bye.
Yo, it is your boy Jive English, man. It has been my pleasure to have another dope interview session with, man, he is quickly becoming like somebody who just may not be accessible this time next year.
These are facts.
So, man, I'm gonna have fun watching this, clipping it up, doing all the things you do these days. Yo, we have conversations like this on the reg, like just on the phone, and it's meeting somebody like you and being able to say, like, we've chopped it up. One of these days, I'm gonna say that, like, oh yeah, no, man, I know him. You know,
yeah, that's the homie.
Yeah. So, man, thank you for being who you are, and yo, I'm your boy Jive English, man. This has been Queued Up, the interview session with your boy, the Niner himself, the Monarch, King Bogus. Yo, we out of here, man. Y'all take it easy. Peace.